Hey guys, so I told you that I bought a Dyson vacuum, I believe I told you, but we just got it today. We picked it up from the mailbox and I just wanted to do like an unboxing video and show you what comes in the box, what it looks like, stuff like that. And then I'm gonna do a little video of actually using the vacuum and then kind of just my personal review on it. I have had a Dyson vacuum before, but it was an upright vacuum and it was bagless. It's so old, it's not even on the website anymore. I don't even know what version it is or anything like that. But the hose finally just went on it. And it was actually gonna cost, I think the UK was the only place that I could get a replacement hose for it. And it was just gonna cost a lot of money. So we just, actually at the time that it broke, we had just bought a house and it came with a Bissell Power Force canister vacuum. So we just threw out our old Dyson and went with using the Bissell one. However, I just don't find that it really sucks up a lot of dirt, and it gets really frustrating because if it falls over, it clogs itself up on nothing. I've taken apart the hose, I've taken the thing off that like you empty all the dirt from, and there's nothing clogging it, and it just won't stop this ridiculously loud suction sound, and it doesn't really suck anything up. So I bit the bullet and I bought a new Dyson. I really liked the way our old Dyson worked. I actually was like used from my dad's office, moved floors, and there was a leftover Dyson from the company before. So he used it for a while, and then he asked if we wanted it because he was getting one of these cordless ones. I think he has like a V7 Dyson or something like that. This is a V11, it's a Dyson V11. It's the one that has, I think it's called Oversize. It has just the really big bottom on it. Because we have such a big house, I just wanted to make sure that I could get through vacuuming the entire house off of one battery. But the cool thing though, is that this comes with 2 batteries and 2 chargers. So as long as I've got both batteries charged up, you're supposed to have about a 2-hour runtime on it. So like I said, I just wanted to show you what it looks like, what comes in the box, all that fun stuff. And then I'll do a little bit of a review of how it works once I get the batteries charged and stuff like that. So Johnny, do you want to help me take it out of the box? So this is it. It's called the, what's your buddy? It's called the Dyson V11 Outsize. Come on, Bosco, go lay down. And it has 3 settings. It has an auto setting, tells you how much battery time is left. It has an eco setting, and then I know it has like a power boost because I watched a video on it before I bought it. I do a lot of research before I actually buy stuff, especially it retails for like $1,300 Canadian with the taxes and all that. I think it was just under 1,300 bucks. So anyway, can I have the scissors, please? I'm gonna put those on the table, please. So this vacuum is actually supposed to have a smart technology where like when you're moving from carpet to hardwood, it can kind of, I don't know if it like auto senses it, but it knows that it doesn't need to suction as hard, and it actually uses less of the battery, so the battery runs longer when you have hardwood. Pretty much our entire house is all either like actual hardwood flooring or like the click flooring, I believe 3 of the bedrooms have carpet, and that's it. So the thing that frustrated me was the Bissell does not work. Our old vacuum does not work very well on carpet. So it would just get super frustrating trying to use a hardwood floor vacuum on carpet. It just wouldn't clean it. So this is supposed to do both, which is really why I also bought it. So.
Oh, we found it.
There you go.
Look. Mom, without working anything.
Yeah, you got tape. You want to put that on the table, please? All of the tools up onto the table. This is supposed to be the soft, bristled suction thing.
Can I have it?
There you go. All right, put it. I know this is the crevice tool, so it gets into the crevices and stuff. And this, I believe it's called the like multi-tool or something like that. I'll get all the technical names, but it's got bristles up here, and it also has like a hard suction. And then this thing here, that's gonna catch like hairs and stuff like that. So. You know what's nice about all this stuff, and I am noticing right now, is I haven't seen any plastic whatsoever in this box at all. Like the sticker is kind of plastic. There's like the kind of plasticky coating on the cardboard, but other than that, there has not been any plastic whatsoever in this box. So this is the like long hose that you would connect from the handheld part to either, I think, another hose or maybe the bottom of the vacuum. Like I said, we'll, once we get it all out of the box and stuff like that, we will figure out what part is what, and I'll give you the technical names and stuff like that, and we'll kind of put it together as well. All right, some plastic thing, no idea what it is.
We can use this for.
So we've got a little bit of a hose connector. It comes together and apart. You having fun, buddy? So this is the mini vacuum part. This also moves. Pretty cool. But this is like the micro head on it, the little guy.
Ooh.
So this is the actual outsize motor head. It's the big one. And it has a little plus and a little minus down here. So I'm not really sure if it moves. Oh yeah, there's a little thing up here. These little red things move down inside when it's on the minus, and then there's like a neutral and then a high setting. So then we have, thank you. That is your main handheld part. Johnny's super strong because he took it out of the box. Honestly though, it's not really all that heavy with one hand. Whoa. Ooh. Oh no. We've turned it on. It says English or French. We'll leave that alone for now though. Oh, it says that it's 20% charged and to charge fully before use, so don't use it. But it comes with a little booklet on it. So it says what you need to know. So we'll read that before we use it, right, Jonathan? And Bosco does not like vacuum cleaners. He tries to bite them. So hopefully he doesn't attack this. So these are the charging plugs. So it comes with 2 chargers because it comes with 2 batteries. Oh, Bosco's got tape on his paw. Can you get it off? I believe this is like the little docking station that it comes with, or it's like where you can put all your tools and it hangs on the wall and stuff like that because it looks like you can stick tools in there. And then you screw that part into the wall and then it would sit inside. So those would clip together. And these are, yeah, this is the charging station. So those are the instructions.
More wrapping paper we need.
Yes. So.
Ooh, what's this?
This is in the way for me clipping it together, so I'm just going to leave it. And this is the extra battery. Bosco's super interested in it, but that's the extra battery. And it looks like that's the other battery. So we've got 2 that we're going to charge up before we use it. So to take it out, it's got a little red button here, and I just pulled it back and it slides out. So I'm going to keep it out so no little hands use the battery before it gets charged. So I'm going to charge this up, and oh, it was just flashing blue at me. I don't know why. But I'm going to get the batteries charged up, and I'm going to read the instructions and figure out exactly what the tools are called, and then let you guys know exactly what tools it all comes with, the proper names for them. And once it's all charged up, we'll give it a go and see how it works, see how loud it is. And I'm excited because we've had to sweep lately, and I really hate sweeping because it just doesn't, I don't find that it really gets all the dirt. So we haven't been able to vacuum for almost a week now. So I'm kind of excited to clean the house. So I'll let you guys know. So I just wanted to show you guys the instructions for the docking station to charge it. So obviously there's steps here, and you screw it in. You can screw it into the wall, and then the plug comes up through the bottom and sits there, and it clicks into place. And then you feed it through so that way it doesn't bend at the bottom. And then your front part, like I was showing you, the front part clicks into the back, but the screws were in the way, so I didn't click it in. And then that way, when you have the battery into the handheld unit, all you have to do is hang up the handheld unit, and it hangs off of there, and it takes about 3.5 hours to charge. So I might do that. Sorry, like I was saying, I might hang it up. Honestly, I might not. Our walls aren't drywall because it's such an old house. We have lath and plaster walls. So I'm for sure not going to be hanging it up because every time I have ever tried to hang something up in this house, it pulls out of the plaster and then there's a big hole in the wall, and Josh loves it every time I do that. I've done it twice. I sound like I've done it a lot. No, I've done it twice. I tried to hang up the boys' growth charts. We have like those little wooden barn board charts. And I tried hanging them up in the hallway upstairs and it didn't work. I even tried using plugs. Don't get me wrong. I know all about like drywall plugs and stuff like that. Tried using that, didn't work. And then, I don't know, I hung something else up and it just came right out of the wall. And of course it takes a bunch of plaster with it. So that was fun. So I'm gonna let Josh decide if he wants to hang this up or not. Honestly, I don't really care either way. It would be nice because that way all you have to do is just kind of hang the handheld unit up on the wall, and then the rest of the accessories can just get put into our pantry or something like that. But I'll let him decide that if he wants to try and drill it into the wall. But like I said, it takes about 3.5 hours to charge. So I'm gonna plug them both in on the counter, the two batteries. I'm gonna plug them in on the counter now actually, and then wait 3.5 hours for them to charge. And then that way we can try it out. So these are the batteries and it plugs in right there. So this plugs in right at the bottom, and then I'm just gonna leave them here, let them charge, and then we'll try out the vacuum once we've got a battery that's fully charged. Once one of the batteries is fully charged, I'll try it out. The one that came with it had a 20% charge, so it should take like a little less time. But in the meantime, I'm going to read the manual so that way I know when the battery's charged. I'm sure it'll have like a flashing light or something when it's charging, and then when it has a full charge, it'll probably just have like a solid light, something like that. That's pretty standard. And then we'll go from there. Once it's all charged, I'll put everything together, and then, or maybe I'll just put everything together in the meantime, but we'll test it out and I'll let you know what I think. I'm really excited about this vacuum, honestly, because you can use the handheld part with the accessories and really easily clean out your vehicles and stuff, which will be nice because I cleaned out the van last fall and I know it needs to be cleaned out again. And the Bissell that we had did not have like the little crevice tool to get into all the little nitty gritty spaces. So it just got like, it was clean, but not really clean. So it'd be nice to have like a nice kind of deep clean of the van again. We do have leather seats in the van, so like I don't have to worry about that, but it's mainly just the carpet underneath. We do have, what are they called? There was a box here with it. WeatherTech. We have WeatherTech mats that are like custom to the vehicle you're buying. So these were custom. We have a Toyota Sienna van, and so they were custom and they fit all throughout the van. Like when the kids walk into the back part, it has the mats that run like right across the middle row, in between the seats, because we have the bucket seats in the middle row, and then right across the back, plus the two mats for the front, and they lock into place. So it's beautiful. It's so easy to clean the carpet that way, and I leave them in all year round because I just don't want to have to try and dig like gravel and rocks and stuff out of the carpet. But it's nice now that I have a handheld unit with the Dyson. You just have the handheld unit, plug in whatever tool you're going to use with that little hose, and then you can clean out the van. And then Josh has a Toyota RAV4, so it'll be nice to be able to clean out the vehicles finally. So anyway, I'm going to charge the batteries and I will be back. So I just wanted to show you guys, sorry, real quick. I plugged them in, and so they're flashing when they're charging. So I'm going to assume once they're solid or they just stop flashing that they're fully charged. But what was nice is that it's got the 90-degree angle plug. So you're not going to like bend a cord when it comes out and curves. It's already curved. And then the other cool thing, we have like an extension on our outlet here, and it's a 3 unit. It has 3 plugs in here, and these actually fit in there. But what was cool is that the cord comes right out of here, straight out. So again, it's not coming out of the bottom and curling, it comes straight out the front. So that's gonna be so amazing for wear and tear. See, it just comes straight out. It's gonna be amazing for wear and tear on it, that it's not gonna be bent and then have exposed wires or anything. So I just wanted to show you guys that. So I just wanted to show you guys the 3 different modes that you can run the vacuum in. You have auto mode, which is recommended, and it'll automatically adjust between hardwood and carpet. It says it has a low run time, so your motor will pulse 3 times when there's an on-screen alert. Eco mode, which is for long cleans. It has the maximum run time for longer cleans all around your house. And it says at the bottom that lower power modes preserve the battery health. And then I was right, there is a boost mode. But it says that the boost mode is designed for occasional use. And we don't recommend using it for general cleaning, which obviously makes sense. It's just, you know, if you have like a super... Like it has a big dirt pile right there on carpeted stairs. So if you need to just boost clean something, you do it really quickly and then put it back to either auto or eco mode.
Eco.
And then...
Eco.
Yeah, eco would probably be the best. And then to empty your bin, you have that little red handle. You pull it down and it shoots all of the dirt into the garbage. And then it says avoid pulling the trigger while emptying the bin. So like I said, once I get those batteries charged, I will try it out, but I just wanted to show you guys the 3 different modes, and these show up on the screen at the top of the handheld unit, so you can always see what mode you're in. But I'll obviously show you guys more of that once we actually get everything installed onto the vacuum and we're trying the vacuum out. All right. Hey, so while the batteries are charging, I decided to read some of the manual. I haven't read, it's an online manual, by the way, which is pretty cool. You do need a QR scanner, the QR code scanner, to access your manual, but it's on the Dyson website. And so I read what each tool's name was, watched a couple of videos on how to use them, and then I read a few of the frequently asked questions. So I know a little bit about it now, not too much, but all of your tools connect to the bottom here of your unit. So they all plug in there. And this has a little divot here. And all of your tools have these red buttons, and you want to line up the red buttons with that little divot so they all click in. So this is the crevice tool. So it cleans like your little crevices in your couch and against the wall in the baseboard and hard to reach places. So again, you would line up the red with the little divot. It clicks in, and then you just can clean with just this attached. And if you want to disconnect it, you push the red button, pull out, super easy. It comes with an extension hose. So if you want to connect, line up the red, clicks into place. This pulls out and is actually super easy to pull back in, which is nice. And then you can take your crevice tool. This has a little divot at the end right here. So you would line up the red with the divot, slide it into place, and you can actually pull this out and use it that way. So again, you can just kind of like hold it and then pull it out and clean things if you want to. And then again, push the red button, slide it out, push the red button, slide it out. This is called, I wrote the names down so I didn't forget. It's called a flexi crevice tool. And I finally learned how to use it because I did a video before this. Attached this and went, I don't know what this attaches to. So again, line up the red, click it in. And the cool thing about this is you pull it and this extends. And it's a little bit flexible in here. It's like rubber, and so you can kind of flex it a little bit. I think you can see that here. Let me try and get it like dead on. See? It kind of bends a little bit. It's got some give. And it attaches to this little tool. And you attach it at the bottom somehow. I'll get it here. It's just an awkward angle for me to put on. But it just kind of clips in. I'm going to take this off. So it clips in to the bottom here. You just put it together, snaps in, has a little button here that you can push and pull it out, pull it in. And then this tool has a button here. You have to push the button in to slide that down. Again, you can just click it all in, and away you go cleaning baseboards. You can clean, it was showing in the video that you can clean if there's like a gap in between your stove or something like that, your stove and your counter. You can kind of shove that in and it can kind of flex a little bit if it needs to, things like that. So that guy, your crevice tool. This is called a combination tool. So the cool thing with this is it has the bristles and it has the hard part. And it's got this little like velvety, super hard bristles here. I say velvety, but it's just like super hard bristles. So in the video, it showed that like if you have cereal or something on the floor, you can clean it up with this, and then you can take it, push the button in and slide this forward. And then they were cleaning baseboards or cobwebs up top with this guy. They're medium hard bristles, like they're a medium. They're not, like they're very flexible, but they'll still get hairs and cobwebs and stuff caught into them. So it'll definitely pick up that stuff, which is nice, because I was using the Swiffer 360 duster, which does a great job, but I went around 3/4 of my downstairs because I realized there was a whole section of the hallway that I did not get any of the cobwebs from. And I went through, because the 360 duster has 2 sides to it, so you have to put a duster on both sides. And I went through 6 of them, just quickly dusting the cobwebs that accumulated throughout like 6 months in the house, which yes, like we have an older house, we have daddy long legs, stuff like that. But just the fact, it kind of ticked me off, the fact that I went through so many of the dusters. I was kind of a little upset, but oh well. Now I've got my Dyson to help with the cobwebs. This is the hose that attaches to this, which then attaches to the high torque cleaner head. That's a crazy name. High torque cleaner head. But this guy, let me, so that's how you would just use the normal vacuum. And then it's got the roller. And I showed you in the other video that the roller head, sorry, I like sitting on my little yoga ball, it's quite comfy. The roller head has the plus and the minus and the medium setting, and that has to do with carpet. So, and like carpet and hardwood and stuff like that. So if you want like a high torque, deep clean on your carpet, you would push it to, I think it's the plus side that you would push it to, or the minus, I have no idea. To be honest, I'm probably never even gonna use that type of function. This is called the mini motorized tool. So if you're doing like stairs or something like that, you can throw this guy on. So again, look for the little divot and it connects in there. I'm just gonna set it down because I don't want to break any of it. But it connects there. And then you can just kind of hold the unit, pull the trigger. It's like a little gun. Pull the trigger to get it going. Obviously it's not going to work right now because I don't have a battery and they're charging. And then you can just kind of take this guy and use your hand to clean the stairs. You could clean like furniture. You could clean the upholstery on your van or your car, things like that. So it's got the little roller brush inside. And so you can really deep clean, or if you need to slide it up a little bit and clean, I don't know, curtains. I have no idea. I don't even know what I'm going to use this for. Probably like clean the mattress too with that. So that's pretty cool. And then you just push the red button in and it slides out. But I was reading some of the FAQs of how to take care of your Dyson, and this roller head comes out. So if you get anything stuck in it, oh, I just figured it out. Okay. If you get anything stuck in it, like strings or anything like that, don't just keep it running, just stop it and get the string unraveled, just so you don't wreck anything and you have to order replacement parts. But it has this red little notch thing that pulls down, and then that comes off. And then you just slide the roller head out. Take your string off that's stuck, or elastic bands or a lot of hair gets stuck. Slide it back in. And then you would just put it back on. Super easy, super simple. I honestly didn't read how to do that in the instructions. I was wondering how to do that, and like literally everything that comes apart on this has red on it. So super easy. This is so crazy when you're emptying it. So it has, again, a red little notch, and I was like, oh, it clicks, like, but how do you empty it? This isn't coming out, you know? And so you would take it over to the garbage can and you push it down, and it just launches the dirt into your garbage can. And then you gotta like reload it and close it, you know? So you just kind of click it down and then push it down. So you push this button down, whoa, bam, and all the dirt just like flies into your garbage can. And then the girl on the video was using like a tool, one of the tools. She was like clicking it back in place, but it totally sounds like you're reloading something. So it's like my little gun. We don't own guns, so this would be the closest thing I have to a gun. It's got a trigger and it shoots dirt. So what more do you need? But anyway, that is basically all the tools. So you've got your mini motorized tool, combination tool, you've got your crevice tool, and your flexi crevice tool, and the high torque cleaner head. That is actually a pretty big cleaner head on it. So, and then the other thing I did learn, hi Johnny, is so I went over the auto mode, the boost mode, and the eco mode. The auto mode will only show up if you're using the high torque cleaner head. If you have any of the other tools attached, it calls it like medium mode. So if you do see like medium on there, I guess it's just because you're not using the high torque cleaner head, you're using another tool. But I'm probably going to use like the eco mode most of the time, just so I have a longer run power, because the house isn't super dirty all the time. So the other thing it said, obviously make sure your bin is not overfilled. So once it hits the max, which it shows you right there, max, once it hits about there, just go empty it and then keep going. It's super easy to empty. So make sure that you're not overfilling the bin, because that, I guess, can just kind of clog up the system. Yeah, and then this is your filter up here, and it just turns and comes out like that. And you would run, I just don't want this to fall over. Please don't. You would run this underwater, and then you can clean out this. And it freaked me out because when I watched the video, I'm like, oh my goodness, that's where all of the electronics are in it. But the electronics stay here. That's your screen, so it doesn't come out. This just comes out around it. That's your filter though. That's your filter. So you just wash it, and this actually tells you when to wash your filter. It says it tells you to clean it about once a month, but it will come up on the screen when it's time to clean the filter. So you just run it under water. So clean this part, clean the inside of it, and then just leave it to dry for 24 hours on your countertop. Don't put it back on when it's wet, because this isn't a wet, dry vacuum. So just make sure it's totally dry before you put it back in, and literally you just slide it back down and then turn it, and it locks into place. Like, this vacuum is so easy. So the only thing I maybe wish I would have bought was the docking station that you can put all of your tools into one area. But we have a little pantry that's like a floor to ceiling kind of pantry that we put the broom and stuff in. So I'm sure I can just get a bin or something to throw all the tools into and use. But yeah, so that's the vacuum. There was another frequently asked question where it was asking you, like, because this is your docking station, that's also your charger, and if you can just leave it in there all the time. And it actually said that it's designed for that. So, like, do that. Just hang it up when you're done and it recharges. So we're only like an hour and 15 minutes into it being charged. So I have another few hours to go for it to be fully charged, but once we're good, I'm gonna try it out. So the batteries are done charging, and to show they're done, they just don't light up anymore. So just wanted to update you on that. So the battery's fully charged, so I'm gonna put it back in, and it just clips in like that. And then I've not turned it on yet, except for when I accidentally hit the trigger button when it came in. So it says hold button to select a language. Oh, you gotta hold it for the whole thing. There we go. All right.
Good?
Yeah. Okay, so to cycle through the different modes, you just hit this button. So boost is for a high-powered boost, medium or auto. It should be on auto because I have that in, but I don't know. Eco is what I'm probably going to be using because it saves the battery in the long run. And then to turn it on, I'm just going to pull and hold this. So we're going to see how loud it is. So as you can see, it shows you how much runtime you have. So this battery has actually over an hour on it right now on eco mode. Let's see about this. So on auto, it would have 46 minutes. And on boost, I would have about 10 minutes on a full battery. So that's why they obviously don't want you keeping it on boost. But I don't think that that's really loud.
No, I didn't think so.
No. So, oh, and you know what? My floors didn't really look all that dirty. And there's actually, like, I did not see all of that. So I will finish vacuuming the house and I don't know if you want to get like a shot of the floor. It's a bit dirty. It's got some dirt on it and some dog hair and stuff, but it's not overly disgusting or anything. And I'll let you know how far I get off of one battery and when I have to empty it. All right, so I just finished vacuuming the downstairs of my house with the new Dyson, and like we vacuum a lot, and our house is not dirty. It's not disgusting. The kids wear the shoes in their house, but we vacuum. And lately we've been having to sweep, so maybe that's the difference, is like the last week we've been having to sweep up messes instead of vacuuming. And I don't know if this is just a testament to like how crappy our old vacuum was and we just didn't realize it, but we have all hardwood floor down here. Some of it's real hardwood that needs to be sanded and like refinished on top with the wax. So some of the dirt does go down in between the little like planks of wood, but this is click flooring, and we have two little carpets at the back and the side door, which I'll show you in a second, because I want to show you what the auto feature does on this vacuum. But we're gonna take a minute and look at how much dirt has been sucked up. When walking around, you cannot see dirt. So let's see. That is how much dirt has been sucked up into this vacuum when we vacuum like all the time. That's disgusting. Like that's how much dirt our old vacuum was just not picking up, or maybe that's just because we were sweeping, I don't know. But that's a lot. That's crazy to me. But I wanted to show you what the auto feature does. So, oh, I hit the filter a little bit. So it's on auto. That's what the blue one is. And I'm gonna take you over here. I asked Joshua to put the shoes on nicely. But as you can see, that didn't happen. He was too busy trying to go play outside. So I'll do it back here, but this is hardwood, okay? So you can hear the difference in the vacuum of like, as soon as I went onto that little bit of carpet, it knew that it was on the carpet. I'm going to assume because like the roller started spinning maybe at a different speed. So it knew it was on carpet, and you can hear it just kick in that little bit more and kick it up a little bit more because it knows it has to, you know, suction a little bit more, and then brought it back onto the like linoleum click flooring stuff, and it knew it was fine. And then you go back over, it takes about 1 or 2 seconds, realizes it needs to kick it up a notch, does it, and then when it starts spinning really fast, it knows it's on the linoleum flooring and it goes back down. Like, that's awesome. I really like that feature, but I cleaned, I finished cleaning all the downstairs floors, and I used all of it on eco, except for when I was back here at the mats. I turned it to auto, so that way I could just quickly go off and on the carpets. The one thing that I did notice that I have to be careful for is the corners of our little mats. The roller did suck them up a bit, but when I pulled it back, it did pull out, except for one of them it didn't pull out, but then the vacuum just stopped. And it said clear blockage. And then as soon as it stopped, the vacuum, like the carpet came out and it was fine. But it won't keep trying to go if something is blocking it, which is super cool and convenient, because sometimes it just happens, and that's what happened. It happened so fast that I was like, oh no. And I went to pull my finger off the trigger, and before I could even pull my finger off the trigger, the vacuum had already stopped and it was asking me to clear the block. So that's pretty cool. But I'm gonna empty this canister because, like I said, like, that's a lot. That's like halfway. So I'm gonna clean it before I clean the stairs and the upstairs. But it's after dinner time. It's right before like the bedtime routines and everything. So I wanted to go outside and enjoy some time with the kids. My mom's over visiting, so I just wanted to test the vacuum, and she was willing to hold the camera for me. So I wanted to test the vacuum tonight just so I could do a little test run, but we're going to enjoy some time outside, and then I'll vacuum the rest of the house tomorrow. Right now, I have 33 minutes and 12 seconds left on auto. If I were to use boost, I would have 10 minutes and 25 seconds. And on eco, hang on, let's go a little longer. On eco, I have 50 minutes and 23 seconds, and that started at, I think it was like 76 minutes. So that's, to me, that's pretty awesome. I think maybe if I didn't turn it onto auto and use auto for a little bit, I might have a little bit more time left in eco, but that's fine. I'm not like, seeing how the battery said it was an hour-long battery charge and it started at 76 minutes, and I've done the whole downstairs of my house, and I will do a quick walkthrough of the house tomorrow just to show you, like, we don't live in a big house, but we also don't live in an apartment or a smaller house. So it is a fairly decent medium-sized house. I think it's a large house, but it's not like a mansion or anything like that. It's built in the 1900s. So like 1900, the actual year. But yeah, it's not huge. It does have a little back addition, but it's not huge. And that took, I think I was vacuuming for maybe 15 minutes. And then just with changing it from auto and trying it out. But yeah, like, I'm super pleased with this. It is sucking up so much more dirt than I ever knew was even in the house right now. So I'm actually going to empty it and I'll show you what it's like shooting the dirt out of a cannon or a Dyson canister. So I'm just going to detach the bottom part. Oh, I figured out what this clip was for. This fancy dancy little clip that came in the box clips to your vacuum, and you can hold 2 accessories in there. So I have the crevice tool and the combination tool in there, and then I just put the other 2 tools in our pantry. Bosco's upset because he's in his kennel because he doesn't act very polite when people come over. So I'm actually gonna plug this. So I'm just gonna empty it into the garbage. I feel like it's gonna like shoot like a rocket, but you know. There's a little cloud. I mean, I'm not quite in the garbage all the way. There was a little cloud of dust. Nothing like my old vacuum. And then that's it. So I will say 2 things I've noticed right away. One is you have to roll over any bigger pieces of dirt, like forwards, roll over it that way. Because if you try to back over it, it won't suck it up and pick it up as much. Like right now, it's springtime and I'm just discovering that ladybugs really like our house, especially the back addition. So there's a lot of dead ladybugs lying around that I'm finding. And so to suck them up in the vacuum, I could roll over it forwards and it was fine. But as soon as I tried to back over it, it wouldn't suck it up. So something as big as a ladybug, just make sure you're rolling over forwards. And other than that, it is a bit heavy on the arms if you're using the vacuum for a long time, like I just did the whole downstairs, and I would switch back and forth from arm to arm. They're not sore, but I'm sure had I only used one arm the entire time, it would be a bit sore. But it's nothing, like it is not heavy. It's not as heavy as an upright vacuum, I find. And I don't know if it caught it in the video earlier, but swiveling it is so easy. So easy. So if you're like, oh, I missed a piece of dirt, and you try to pull like a sharp turn on your vacuum, you're fine. You're good to go. So this thing just turns on a dime. It's almost like the Dyson ball is like at the pivot point of this vacuum. Not quite, not totally, but it turns on a dime and it just like turns and goes. And it was awesome. So I'm excited to see just how long this battery lasts. I'm not changing the battery. I'm just gonna pause and either finish tonight or finish it tomorrow morning. I've got the stairs and the upstairs to do, but I'm not gonna change the battery, so that way we can test how long and how far this battery goes. We have 3 bedrooms upstairs with carpet, so I'll let you know how far I go. What I will do, just so you know what order I'm gonna do it in, is I'm gonna vacuum the stairs and any of the hardwood, so which would be the hallway, Joseph's room, and the bathroom. I will vacuum first, and then we'll see for the 3 rooms, which is the master bedroom, Joshua and Jonathan's room, and the new nursery, how long it lasts, if it makes it through all 3 bedrooms or not. So it's got about half an hour on the not the turbo, has half an hour on the auto and about 50 minutes on eco. So we'll see how far it goes. So I'm just finishing the vacuuming upstairs. I've done the hallway and the bathroom and the stairs. I've done the boys' room, which has carpet. I'm on our room right now, which has carpet, and then the new baby's room next door that has carpet. Sorry, I'm out of breath. I just walked up the stairs and I'm 37 weeks pregnant. But what I wanted to show you was that our bedroom carpet seems to grab a lot of stuff in it. Josh wears black socks, and I know just some of the fuzziness goes into the carpet. Bosco, our dog, he sleeps in our bedroom. He has black fur. It shows up really well. And I have tried so many times to try to clean this carpet with the old Bissell. And I know it's not a carpet vacuum, don't get me wrong. It does not have that like carpet head attachment or anything like that. So it was just brutal trying to clean our room. But I want to show you the difference between what it's like. And I just vacuumed, I think 2 weeks ago, I vacuumed the carpet because it's a really hard thing to do when you don't have an actual carpet attachment on the vacuum, so I didn't do it a lot, but I just want to show you the difference. So hang on. Okay, this is what the carpet looks like with all of the fuzzies on top and the dog hair and everything like that. And this is what the carpet looks like after being vacuumed. And honestly, like, this doesn't even do it justice when you're looking at it. Like, it is just clean carpet and then gross. So I'll show you. I'll do a quick, like maybe 20 seconds of the vacuum. I have it on auto mode right now, so that way it knows it's on a vacuum, on a carpet. Like, it looks, maybe it's just because there's no, but look at the difference in that carpet. Gross dog hair and fuzzies and all that. Clean carpet right in the middle. Like, I'm so impressed with this vacuum, guys. So I just wanted to show you guys. I have 8 minutes and 36 seconds left on eco, but if I were to go to any other setting, it tells me to plug it in. Not this time. 5 minutes and 30 seconds on auto. Boost, it would die, I'm sure. Yeah, that's the symbol I was getting. So I just finished the upstairs. I did the stairs. I used the crevice tool on the cracks in the stairs because I haven't done the stairs in a while, because I hate trying to get that vacuum up the stairs to do it on the stairs. So I didn't vacuum the stairs for a while. So I did the crevice, so completely cleaned the stairs and just did the floors and not the baseboards in the upstairs and main level. And this is one vacuum, or one battery, same battery. Joseph, it's nap time. It's nap time. I know. Let's get your bottle. So I got to actually clean the floors of the entire house off of one battery. I didn't do the baseboards or anything with the crevice tool or the combination tool or the anything like that, but I just plainly vacuuming the floors for the entire house off of one battery. And I still have like 7 or 8 minutes left, depending on which setting I am using. So, like I said, I am so super impressed with this vacuum. I am so super impressed with this vacuum though. It cleans really well. You saw the way that it cleaned the carpet in the master bedroom, which is actually a higher carpet than in the boys' rooms. So it is harder to clean. And so basically, yeah, I cleaned the entire house off of one vacuum. I probably could have quickly done the baseboards in a few of the rooms before it fully died. One thing I did find, the longer you continuously use the vacuum, the quicker the battery dies. So if you have to move things around and quickly like clean up a room, don't keep the trigger held in. Just turn the vacuum off, quickly pick up the things that you need to pick up on the floor, and then go back to it. And it actually gives you a little bit longer run time is what I found cleaning up the upstairs. So my review on this vacuum, I love it. It is so easy to use. It is, the handheld part is probably about 10 pounds that you're holding. So if you do have a problem holding 10 pounds with one hand, you might have just a little bit of difficulty with it, but honestly, it's still easy to use with two hands because I did that on the stairs. I did find my arm got a bit of a workout using that crevice tool just connected to the handheld unit on the stairs. That was the only problem. And honestly, it's just like I don't have a lot of strength in my arms right now anymore because I haven't worked out in a while. I mean, I do carry a 30-pound toddler around, but that's the only thing is like some people might have an issue holding the handheld unit because it is 10, I'd say between 10 and 15 pounds is how heavy it is. But other than that, all the tools are so easy. All the tools are so easy to click in and out and change. I do most of them one-handed. So super easy, really easy to get the dirt out. Pretty much everything is washable in just water. It's not dishwasher safe, so don't use it in the dishwasher, but you just twist the filter out, clean it. You can clean the bin out if it gets a little too dusty in there for you. It's easy to shoot the dirt out. So like, I'm so happy and glad that I took a chance on spending that much on a vacuum. I thought I was crazy, and I was really hoping I would not get buyer's remorse or cognitive dissonance, whichever you want to say. And so far, I don't. I mean, after using it for a while, I'll also just do like an update of here's how I still feel about the vacuum, or here's what else I've noticed. But so far, in the first 2 days of owning this vacuum, I'm so happy I bought it, and I am loving it. And the fact that my favorite colors are purple and red, and the colors of this vacuum are purple and red, just like top it all off. So that is my review on the Dyson V11 Outsize. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments. And if you want me to test something out or try it out on the vacuum, I have no problem doing that. Obviously, I would not jeopardize breaking my vacuum because it's a lot of money to spend on a vacuum and I want it to last a long time. But if you want me to like break up cereal on the floor or something and try sucking it up, just so you see how it goes, I have no problem doing that. Just ask me in the comments and I will see what I can do. Have a good day, guys.